Here's what nobody wants to admit. While we're celebrating the AI revolution, we're simultaneously building the most vulnerable digital infrastructure in human history. By Sung Min, Helen Lee, Opinion, Separate 2025, 6 minutes. The numbers are staggering, and they should make every cybersecurity professional lose sleep. Amazon just committed $20 billion to AI data center development in Pennsylvania alone this past June 2025. Meta followed suit in July 2025, announcing their first multi-gigawatt facility called Prometheus, set to go live in 2026. President Trump's latest AI action plan is actively dismantling regulatory roadblocks, fast-tracking these digital fortresses across America and beyond. But here's where it gets controversial. While everyone's obsessing over energy consumption, and yes, the projected 612 terawatt-hours of electricity demand over the next 5 years is alarming, along with the 3 to 4% spike in global carbon emissions, we're completely ignoring a far more immediate threat: the cybersecurity nightmare that's about to unfold. Unlike the widely publicized environmental concerns, the expanded cyber vulnerabilities of AI data centers remain largely hidden from public discourse. Yet these facilities face exponentially greater risks than traditional data centers, creating a perfect storm of reputational damage, financial devastation, and regulatory nightmares for both operators and enterprise clients. Why AI data centers are sitting ducks for cyber criminals. Traditional data centers already struggle with standard cyber threats. Distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, ransomware infiltrations, supply chain compromises, and social engineering schemes regularly target these facilities. They're also notoriously susceptible to side-channel attacks, sophisticated cyber operations that harvest sensitive information by monitoring system processes and execution patterns. Everything from cooling fans to central processing units can inadvertently leak critical details about CPU operations, data architecture, and usage patterns. Case in point, AMD discovered 4 previously unknown processor vulnerabilities in July 2025 that could enable devastating side-channel attacks. But here's where traditional data centers look quaint by comparison. AI data centers operate with fundamentally different hardware configurations that exponentially expand their attack surface. While conventional facilities might use a mix of CPUs and graphics processing units, GPUs, AI facilities rely heavily on GPUs because artificial intelligence workloads demand massive computational power and parallel processing capabilities. These facilities also deploy specialized hardware, like application-specific integrated circuits, ASICs, and field-programmable gate arrays, FPGAs, custom-built powerhouses designed specifically for AI computation. Google's Tensor Processing Unit, TPU, their proprietary ASIC for AI and deep learning applications, exemplifies this trend. And this is the part most people miss. These advanced processors are just as vulnerable to side-channel attacks as traditional CPUs, but with far more devastating potential consequences. The discovery of TPU-Stract in January 2025 proves this point perfectly. This TPU-specific side-channel attack exploits data leaks to help threat actors reverse engineer an AI model's parameters, essentially stealing the digital DNA of artificial intelligence systems. The GPU vulnerability gap that's keeping security experts awake, GPUs, present unique security challenges that go far beyond traditional processor vulnerabilities. These graphics powerhouses often lack adequate memory isolation protocols, meaning sensitive information can accidentally transfer from one process to another. This memory bleeding gives cybercriminals golden opportunities to access AI model weights and training data. Even more concerning is the emergence of GPU-specific malware designed to execute malicious code directly within GPU memory, completely bypassing conventional CPU-based security measures. Traditional security tools simply weren't designed to monitor GPU operations, creating massive blind spots in organizational defenses. The data housed within AI data centers presents another layer of vulnerability entirely. These facilities store AI models, algorithmic weights, and training datasets, intellectual property worth billions of dollars. The theft of this information doesn't just compromise individual models. It risks the entire competitive advantage of organizations investing in AI development. Model exfiltration attacks can steal entire AI systems. Data poisoning and model poisoning attacks can corrupt these systems, leading to biased, unreliable, or completely false outputs that could cripple client operations. Model inversion and model stealing attacks can reveal sensitive information about both the AI system and its training data, potentially exposing trade secrets, personal information, or proprietary methodologies. But here's where it gets really controversial. The geopolitical chess game. The global race for AI supremacy has transformed these data centers into prime targets for nation-state actors. Countries worldwide are scrambling to achieve sovereign AI, the ability to independently develop, deploy, and govern AI systems without foreign dependency. This competition makes AI data centers irresistible targets for sophisticated foreign adversaries conducting cyber espionage operations. The vulnerability begins before these facilities even become operational. Many critical components are exclusively manufactured by Chinese companies, creating supply chain attack opportunities and potential sabotage scenarios that most organizations haven't adequately considered. Once operational, state-sponsored threat actors possess the advanced capabilities necessary to infiltrate AI data centers and steal models, particularly because most commercial data center operators lack the specialized defenses required to counter nation-state level attacks. The situation becomes even more complex when considering international partnerships. The joint US-United Arab Emirates initiative to construct the world's largest AI data center outside America raises significant security questions. The Persian Gulf region falls within China's Digital Silk Road 2.0 initiative, featuring extensive Chinese 5G technology deployments and citywide surveillance programs that could potentially provide the Chinese government with access pathways into AI facilities built in the region. What cybersecurity leaders must demand from AI data center operators? Given these amplified threats, cybersecurity decision makers must fundamentally change how they evaluate AI data center partnerships. The standard due diligence processes used for traditional hosting arrangements are woefully inadequate for AI infrastructure. Organizations must demand that AI data center operators implement comprehensive corporate policies, requiring technical security measures across all operational layers, hardware, data, and geopolitical considerations. Specific policy requirements should include rigorous hardware inspection protocols to minimize supply chain security risks, deployment of Faraday cages or electromagnetic shield chambers around computing resources to prevent side-channel attacks, execution of continuous AI auditing and monitoring systems to identify backdoors and model vulnerabilities, while defending against AI self-exfiltration attempts, and investment in specialized hiring processes designed to prevent foreign threat actor infiltration. Before deploying any AI tools, cybersecurity leaders must thoroughly understand the geographical location of data centers hosting their AI workloads, and comprehensively map the entire supply chain supporting those facilities. This intelligence should inform risk assessments about whether specific locations or supply chains create elevated security risks due to potential state-sponsored surveillance or interference. The regulatory vacuum that's making everything worse, with President Trump's new AI action plan actively reducing government oversight for AI data center security, the responsibility for protecting these critical assets falls almost entirely on corporate cybersecurity leaders. This regulatory vacuum creates a dangerous situation where profit motives may override security considerations, particularly for operators focused on rapid deployment and market capture. This lack of oversight raises uncomfortable questions about whether the private sector can adequately secure infrastructure that's becoming increasingly critical to national security and economic competitiveness. The bottom line: we're building tomorrow's biggest security disasters today. The AI data center boom represents either the foundation of America's technological future or the construction of our most vulnerable attack surface. And the distinction may depend entirely on how seriously we take these security challenges right now. Now, here's what I want to know. Are we being too paranoid about these security risks? Or are we still not paranoid enough? Should private companies be solely responsible for securing AI infrastructure that's becoming critical to national security? And most importantly, if you're a cybersecurity leader, what specific questions are you asking your AI data center providers that you weren't asking 6 months ago? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm particularly interested in hearing from anyone who's actually conducted security audits on AI data centers. What did you find that surprised you? About the author, Sung-Min Helen Lee serves as Director of Intelligent Cyber Research and Senior Engagement Manager for Cyber Risk at Next Peak. She leads the company's geo-cyber risk portfolio and manages cyber risk consulting projects from initial proposals through stakeholder coordination. As a 2025 #ShareTheMicInCyber Fellow with New America, she's currently researching cybersecure AI data center implementations. She holds an MIA with a focus on international security and cybersecurity policy, plus a BA in political science from Columbia University.